In this video, we will be showing you how to purchase or source used shoes for selling on the various e-commerce platforms. In addition, we're going to show you how to prep the shoes and list the shoes. So if you're a reseller or you want to become a reseller, you're in the right place. So we're going to have a few people filling into the chat, and then I'll introduce my co-host momentarily, and we shall get this party started. I'm sure people will be filling in. Let me say hello to a few people. Sharon is in the chat. Thank you, Sharon. Always appreciate you being here. So we'll give it about another 30 seconds, guys. For you folks that are watching the replay, I don't want to keep you waiting. So I appreciate you all being here. Our show is called Life of a Reseller, and it shows every other week on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. This is my channel, Adam's Exploits, and my typical show is on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. So, like I said, the chat will be filling momentarily. I don't want to keep the people that are watching the replay waiting. So let me bring in my co-host, Mr. Bill, and we shall get this party started. Hello, hello. Bill, you there? Can't hear you. Are you still muted?
I thought
there you go. I'm sorry. I thought I unmuted. There you go.
That's fine. So how is everybody's Monday?
Everybody's Monday is fine.
We had a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been very warm here. There's Mr. David in the chat. Thank you, David.
I reloaded the car.
We have Kimmy, borderline hoarderish, in the chat. Oh my word. Hey Kimmy. Great to see you, my friend. Really good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And I've been following you on Facebook, and it seems like you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. So I'm sure Maggie and some of our other friends will be joining us shortly. So why don't you just, for the people that don't know you, Bill, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself?
Yep. My name is Bill. I am a full-time reseller. My husband's name is Dave, and we run the business together. We are just going into our third year, and Dave quit his job a year ago, and I just quit my job 6 months ago, and now we're both full-time. So mostly clothing sellers, a little bit of hard goods. We do some flea markets on the side, make a little bit extra cash, but that's about it.
And you do mainly clothing because you find it is readily available, and then you can purchase it at a reasonable price.
We have some really nice thrift stores in the area where we can get, and we're an hour radius. We can even be in like Villanova area and stuff, so we can get.
Okay, for people that don't know, Villanova area is a little more high end, a little more higher income area.
Yeah.
So you can source there.
Central Pennsylvania. I mean, actually, it's Millersville, but it's Lancaster County.
Okay.
So southern end of the Susquehanna Valley.
Right. So Bill and Dave basically started, reselling clothing, and they tweaked their business over the years. I originally met Bill at eBay Open. Bill and Dave. They had just recently started reselling, and they invested in themselves and in their business. They went to eBay Open. That's where I met them, and they met Casey, and they met Star, and the rest is history. And they constantly have been tweaking their business model, coming up with the various things that they like to sell. I know you guys sell a lot of jeans, and I prefer, I guess, to sell men's jeans, but you also sell women's jeans.
Yes.
And you sell a lot of athletic shoes, typically. You do sell a handful of dress shoes, but you're going to get into why you prefer to sell athletic shoes.
Yeah, I've been watching Renzi's. They're strictly businesses, totally 100% shoes, and they're doing six figures.
Now that's a YouTube channel. They're based out of
YouTube channel that I follow
somewhere, right?
Yeah, to get some hints. They're up in Maine.
Up in Maine, okay.
And they're full-time, 100% of their business is sneakers and shoes, and just followed them and noticed that the dress shoes weren't selling very well for us, and that the sneakers were selling a little bit faster once I got to know the different name brands.
Okay.
So, we sell roughly 4 to 5 pair a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. But I'm trying to get it to where it becomes about a third of our business, like our jeans do.
Okay, so you want a third jeans, a third shoes, and then
we want to do like a
third assorted hard goods and things.
Yep. So get a little bit of mixture in there, but
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that sell clothes. I prefer not to sell clothes, but again, when I first started out, you know, like everybody else, I was like, oh, clothes, go to Goodwill, go to Salvation Army, buy clothes cheap, sell high. Well, when you're new, you don't know what sells, what's, you know, and I'm a guy, I don't really know women fashions.
No, I hear you.
Oh, these jeans look nice. These jeans look nice. And it's like I get them in place like, wow, they're really a small size. Wow, this brand doesn't sell. So, you know.
Well, as you can see, they're all most of those bins back there you see
right.
are full with jeans. Each bin holds like 25 items. So, but
right.
But yeah, we found it to be, and the way it works for us is Dave handles the jeans and the buying and the selling and the measuring and all, and then I do the photographing for him, and then I'll take care of the sneakers, and we do a little bit of plush, and some of the hard goods I'll take care of.
Okay.
So we split the business that way.
And your specialty is typically the shoes and the athletics footwear and that type of thing. So
I'm starting to know. Now that I've been doing it a while, I'm starting to know what brands sell and what brands don't.
Gotcha.
So, and
I'm
finding out that my sneaker turnover is almost at 90 days now, where some of it was sitting 6 months.
Okay, so you kind of tweaked your business model, and you know what sells more quickly.
Yeah, because you always hear the old saying, you don't want your store to be a warehouse, you want it to be a business. So.
Yeah, and again, I mean, there's such a thing as the the fast nickel or the slow dime, but if there could be the very slow nickel. Sure. If you have the wrong product in your store, it may take you forever to sell something, and you got to reduce it.
Well, men's shirts weren't doing very well for us either. Like we were doing dress shirts, and then we found out it was for us anyway, it doesn't work.
Right.
Now I'll take the slow dime for when we do hard goods and stuff, because that person's looking for that particular item.
That specific thing, and again, we're going to get into shoes momentarily, guys. We're just getting a little feedback about it. Bill's business model, and we also just recently got involved, and I'm trying to get involved also in parting out appliances. I know you follow Beth, Reseller Rowboat, and she's the parts queen.
Absolutely. A good example is that we bought a food processor. We paid 50 cents for it. And
50 cents. Wow.
And I watched her show, and we parted out everything, and probably when everything was said and done, we might have profited like $40 off of 50 cents.
Awesome.
I mean, we separated the lid from the bin, and I took the motor, not the motor part, but like the piece of
base. Okay.
The little stem part.
The stem. Okay.
The motor itself, the plunger. I mean, you'd be surprised what people are missing. I mean, I've seen some people go as far as just taking the gaskets off of some of these appliances and selling the gasket. So depends on how far you want to take it. Okay.
Well, let's we've been talking about in general about your business. Now let's get in the nitty gritty.
Absolutely.
Let's get into the shoes, the athletic footwear. Now you typically one of the things I want to remember was you say you take square pictures. I
always picture in square mode. So
that you can post on the various e-commerce platforms and there's no issues.
Correct.
And again, I don't do Poshmark and Mercari. Is it was it Poshmark that needs a square foot? Which
Poshmark needs a square, and they just upped their photographs. It was only 8, now they want the 16 they allow.
Okay, up to 16 photos. Okay, and you shoot in square mode so you can cross post to the various e-commerce platforms.
Because if you have to adjust it, you might take away some of the frame of the picture.
Gotcha.
If you don't do the square mode, and then Mercari's 12, just like eBay.
Okay, and then also I guess there's with the various platforms. There's an amount of characters that you can put in your title.
Right.
Well, I guess eBay believe it's the most. I guess characters you can put in your title.
It is, and then I believe Poshmark's around 40, and I think Mercari might be a little less.
Okay, so when you're cross posting, you have to obviously be aware of that.
Right, and I found a little trick to that. So.
Okay, well, can you share that with us?
I want to leave this channel, and I'm going to go back to my phone.
Okay. All right, let me. Okay, so we're going to remove you here, and you're going to go to your phone, and we'll bring it right back with that. Okay.
Give me a minute, guys. We're back.
Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to try to give you guys a little hands-on streaming through Bill's phone to show you guys how he preps, how he lists. He'll come back to his computer. I'll show you on the various platforms. I'll show you basically how he preps, how he takes his pictures, et cetera, et cetera. So let me add him here.
All right.
Okay, I see your hand. I see your hand. There you go. I see your lap.
Hey, let me turn this up so I can hear you guys. Can everybody hear me clearly?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. Hey.
So now you're going to show us how you prep your athletic wear, or your okay. Now again, from what you've told me, you found it's a lot more profitable for you to sell athletic shoes, like you were saying about Renzi's. They don't do very well with dress shoes, so you prefer to sell athletic shoes, correct?
Correct. So.
And without sharing your secret sauce, it's the typical, the big brands, the Adidas, the Nikes.
Nikes, Adidas. I do a little bit of Converse.
Okay.
So, but I just wanted to go over real quick the cleaning supplies that I use.
Absolutely. What you mentioned is.
And I apologize for the lap picture, but it's because I'm going to be cleaning. I want to show them how I go about cleaning sneakers.
Okay. Absolutely.
So, Walmart or a dollar store, typical foot spray. I got 2 of them.
Okay.
When you're doing the shoes, I use this Doc Martens. It kind of takes away some of the scuff marks in the shoes.
Yeah, it seems like everybody uses Doc Martens.
Hand sanitizer, if you think the shoes are nasty, or you can clean with gloves.
Now, let me ask you a question. Again, we're not going to mention what's going on in the world. Do you leave your shoes like outside or in the garage or in the car for a couple of days, or
downstairs foyer?
Okay, you leave them out for a while before you actually handle them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's just common sense.
And then I use lint rollers, and I'll show you why in the video. Pair of scissors if you need to cut off any loose ends or anything.
You can never have too many pairs of scissors.
I was using scrub brushes for the bottom of the shoe.
Right.
I found that my brush, where'd it go? Dollar store.
Oh, that was $1 or $2 or what is it?
$1. Dollar store.
$1. Okay.
This is for the cleaning the soles and the sides.
Beautiful for $1. Okay. Don't forget to mention your other dollar store find.
Yeah.
Super duper. Go ahead.
Oh,
Are you awesome? That was a joke.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
If you want to, a lint to get down inside the sides, but sometimes it depends on how you want to do it.
Like a fabric shaver.
And here it is right here. Can't go wrong with this stuff.
Awesome. The best stuff they sell at Dollar Tree.
Yep.
And you buy the condensed version. You don't thin it out. You don't add water to it.
No, we don't thin it out. And then the other thing is, and I'll show you, both works if this does it.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what the Vaseline. That's to get the numbers off the bottom.
Oh, that's right. When people write with magic marker or Sharpie or whatever on the okay.
Sometimes
you demonstrate that absolutely.
Work when I scrub it. So.
I think I talked over you. What were you saying?
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what you said. I think I might have been talking over you. What did you say?
I was saying sometimes if the awesome doesn't work, then I'll go to the Vaseline to
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to show you a rookie mistake though.
Okay.
This morning when I was searching shoes and I was cleaning and prepping for the store to get ready for the video, you see any issue with that shoe?
Let me highlight you so I can see you better.
I don't know if you can tell inside.
It's hard to tell, but
anyway.
Does it have some wear?
Nope. The insert's missing.
The insert's missing. Wow.
Big rookie mistake because it looks so much like the shoe should because it's got a pink tongue and a pink bottom. I thought that was the actual insert.
Right.
Clean them. The insert's missing. But you know what I'm going to do?
Right.
I'll run over to the dollar store or something and I'll put foot cushions in them.
Okay.
They'll sell them. So. Anyway, what you want to do, all right, when you go into the thrift store, obviously, I like the name Nike. So right away, I will run to a Nike sneaker in a heartbeat. And I also like to go after Adidas. Okay.
So for you people that are European, it's Adidas.
So the first
Nike,
thing
not Nike. Let's know what people call it Nike instead of Nike.
I'm gonna scan the shelves, and I usually start in the women's. Sometimes I'll go to the youth, because sometimes if you can get like a youth 7, that is actually equal to a woman's 9, I believe it is. I got to look at I don't have my phone record, so look.
I need to interrupt you for a second.
Sure.
Your mentor is here.
Oh, Casey's in a room. Hey, Case.
Casey's in the room.
Hey, how are you? That's
Thanks
awesome.
for joining us, Casey.
Thank you for stopping by. So, first thing I want to do is, I believe children's size youth is 2 size woman. So if you buy a youth 4, you can sell it as a woman 6.
Oh, I don't realize that. Okay.
So, and you can get them a little bit cheaper. So let's say I'm walking down the aisle and I spot this sneaker. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it off the shelf, and the very first thing I'm going to do is look inside, because a lot of times it can be nasty with dog hair and stuff. And if I think it's time, if the shoe price is worth the time to clean it, then I will. But you want to look for at least as much hair inside the sneaker. You want to make sure it has the sole. And then you're going to go around the edge of the inside of the sneaker. Hopefully I can get, you guys can see this. And you want to run your finger inside and make sure there's no rips or tears. And especially on the back of the heel, you get a lot of wear down in the lower back of the heel.
That's where my sneakers were. Yep.
Right. If any of that damage or around the eyes, I would definitely put the shoe back. Even around the tongue, like you can see how well that's still embraced in the sneaker. There's no wear.
So I guess the first thing you check is the tread, obviously, right?
Well, that was the next thing.
And then you're going to show us your bending trick.
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Then you want to flip the shoe over and make sure the sole is good. Pretending this was a flat table, if these are laying and there's any kind of bellow or wear on the inside or outside where it's not as even all the way across, that means there's too much wear and the person was either walking too much on the right or the left. And to me, I would put it back. Dave told me that trick.
That happens because everyone's like different size feet. Everyone's
right.
1 foot's longer than the other, and your gait could be a little different. Yep.
Check the trade. A lot of times I'll get questions on how old these sneakers are, and I'll just say, because they want to know the tread of it. And I always reply with, these shoes have been used, as far as I'm concerned with, or as far as I know, with looking at the tread, they look like they've been barely worn. So, you can see I paid half of that price, by the way, but I'm going to show you how to get that off. Next thing you want to do is make sure your tread is really good, especially on the back around here and up at the top. If this is all flat, like, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see there's a little bit of bubbles there.
Yes.
So if that bubble sensation is gone, you want to put the shoe back, because that means it has wear to it. Next thing you want to do is you want to bend it like so.
And separate it at the toe, correct?
Right. Well, actually on the side.
On the sides too, right.
You want to make sure that the material isn't pulling away from and you want to bend it and make sure it doesn't crack any. So, all right. So I purchased the shoe. It's in good shape. I want to take it home. I want to sell it. Before I leave the store, though, Nike, I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Yes.
Has a 6-digit number, and the last 3 is the code. And obviously, I'm on my phone here to explain, but I would go into eBay.
Right.
And I would write Nike, excuse me, and then I would punch in this 6-digit code, and that'll tell me whether the price is good or not. Dave and I are $25 or better for a pair of sneakers.
Okay.
So if I go on, like I priced this before the show, and this sneaker sold for $35.
Right.
So we're good to go. I go out of the house, I come out of the store, come home, and I want to clean them. Another tool I use, and I can't find them, is a pair of tweezers. But that's because you want, if there's a couple
of little, like dog hair or cat hair or little pieces of lint or something in there.
It'll actually get stuck within the fibers of the shoe.
Okay.
So I'll get the tweezers and I'll pluck them out.
Now you used to use your roller. You used to stick your roller in there too, right? Your
well, I was going to tell you how that works next.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. If the sole can come out, I don't recommend you rip it out. But if the sole seems like it comes out, you can remove the sole and then take your lint roller and actually roll the insert on the outside of the shoe and then put it back in. If it doesn't, what I do is I take a sheet off.
Take a sheet off. Okay.
And then I'll put a little bend in it like so.
Okay.
And I'll actually stick it in the shoe.
Okay.
And then sticky out whatever I can. And that's when you get the I forget what you said you call them.
Like little
the lint balls. Yeah, that's why sometimes you can take your lint gun and actually get in there, but sometimes it might be a little rough, and that's why I use this.
That's a great tip. But separating the sheet off, and then, like I said, folding it, and then working around in there, right? And I mean, again, some people have dogs and cats, and they're going to get dog hair and cat hair or whatever in there.
And I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but up inside, especially like in the back of the heel,
right?
You get a lot of nastiness. Sometimes will get in there. That's why if you can remove the shoe or the insert, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today, if you pull the insert out about 1/8 of an inch up, you'll get like buildup of socks, like sock lint and everything. I know it sounds a little disgusting. That's why some people like to do it with gloves on.
That happens.
That's why the hand sanitizers.
Restock can be a dirty business.
And then, so I clean that all up. Then I'm going to take my Awesome, and the way I do it is, now I don't know what I do with my towels. Oh, here.
Remember, guys, Awesome.
I'll lay a towel
in the Dollar Tree
in my lap, and I'm going to take this Awesome and just spray along the edge here, like so.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take my brush.
Your dollar brush.
Just brush it right real hard like this.
And you have a towel in your lap, so okay.
So I can wipe it clean.
Right.
And then I don't know if I didn't get it all, but I'm just for demonstration reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side and make sure you hit the back of the heel. And sometimes the white, this might be dirty, so try to hit that too. Then
now, if you take off the price tag and there's a little glue residual, what do you do with that? You use the alcohol, or you
brush? No, actually, the brush will take it away.
Okay. You spray a little Awesome and then use the brush, or
I use with the Awesome and the brush. Sometimes the glue pretty much comes away.
Okay.
This little tool, Dave's work has these tools, and it's got a little bit of an edge on it. Because the next thing you want to do is clean out any rocks or anything that are in the treads.
You know what I heard some people use for reselling business? They use like dental tools.
Yeah, you could even go that. Yeah, you could even go that if you want to. We just lucked out, and Dave had these from work.
Okay.
So, and then
that's what I was. I don't know who told me. Somebody told me that. So that's a great tip. Use dental tools.
Oh, absolutely. So then the next thing you want to do, the way I prep it, after I cleaned it all up, got everything together, I'll just give it a quick spray. Okay, and then from there, I'm ready to go to photographing.
Now, what did you spray with?
Just foot spray that I showed earlier today when I started the video. The inside of the sneaker.
What brand is that?
This is just the Walmart brand.
Okay, and it's called what now?
It's just athletic foot deodorant for athletes' feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was probably just caught up in watching the chat. And
then what I do is I just take it and I just spray it really good.
Cool. Okay.
Sometimes if I have the insert out of the shoe, I'll spray the insert before I put it back in the shoe.
Okay.
But I definitely want to spray because you want to get up inside.
Gotcha.
In here. So, and if you give me a minute, I have to raise this camera a little bit if you don't mind.
Okay.
So just give me a minute to figure this out.
Okay. All right, so we're going to let Mr. Bill rearrange, so we don't have all dizzy and discombobulated. So some great tips from Bill. Again, you get a lot of great stuff at Dollar Tree. Like I said, somebody had mentioned to me the dental tools. I thought that was a great tip. Like Bill says, he uses that spray that he gets at Walmart, like athletic, foot spray. I guess it is the deodorizer or whatever. Make sure everything is clean and safe. And then he's going to show us how he. It's basically how he takes pictures. Bill, you're going to want to switch to you're going to do this. Shall we take pictures first? You're going to want to switch to your laptop.
Let me take the pictures first. I'll move this camera out of the way.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready, and we'll put you back.
Can everybody see the table?
I'm not showing it yet. I'm waiting for you to be ready. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. You were ready.
I thought I was ready. Hold up.
That's live streaming, folks.
Why did this? It got
Bear with us.
loose on me somehow. All right, there we go. Oh, I know what it is. All right, there. Rookie mistake. Can everybody see that table?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right. Let me move this out of the way. Now, typically, I'll have this top light on, and I'll have, obviously, this light will be on too. I don't know if it's too much glare for you guys.
A little bit of glare, yeah.
We had an old wooden box upstairs.
Okay.
And Dave had shellacked it. We had it for decoration reasons, but now I stole it from the living room, and now I use it for photographing. So, and this is the trick that I got from Reese. I don't even know how to pronounce her name.
Renzi, right? Yeah, Renzi's another reseller.
They actually
Renzi,
use
right.
the box itself and photograph within the box. I just use it for top display. And anybody can do whatever they want. It's just, I just feel it gives a little bit of character to when I'm photographing the shoes.
Sharon loves the box. I know she would love that box because she's in that kind of decor.
You might want to invest. This might be a good investment if you guys want to get into shoe selling. I find this to be very helpful for displaying the shoe because a lot you'll see when you photograph.
So, like, are they shoe trees or something, or
They're called shoe trees.
right?
They're springy.
Okay.
And they just slide in.
On Amazon or eBay.
I got these on Amazon.
Okay.
And like I said, it'll put some shape into the shoe.
Put shape into them, exactly. That's a great tip. Yep. Pro tip. And
I got it from the Renzi, so you can thank them. It does have a left and a right. So
I'll give you credit. I don't know them. I know you.
It does give you a left and a right, so you slide it in, and then I'll tie the shoe. A few extra seconds.
I guess another thing you want to look at too, right? Like the laces, right? So the laces are distressed. You want to make sure. And do you disclose that if it's not the original laces?
Yes, and I have found money shoes without laces, and I just put in the description no laces.
Okay.
So don't let
without the laces.
Laces can always be replaced. Don't let that deter you.
But, I mean, do you put your own laces on, or you just sell it without the laces?
I sell it without the laces. Some people do put their own laces on, or you could supply a pair of laces.
Just put a pair of laces, but don't tie them and just say, the original laces are not a part of the right.
Right, and you can
whatever way you describe it.
And you can offer a set of laces if you want to.
Okay.
So now you can see the difference in the shoe, how it gives a little bit of character.
Okay, that spring goes up like that. Okay.
Yeah, and then this basically what you're doing is you just slide it in like a shoehorn. This
right.
Up, and this is going to sit behind the heel of the shoe. And then you can.
Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to share that with me eventually, and I'll put that in the description below.
Okay. So you're
trying to see what. I'm going to put J. Marie's comment up because I'm having trouble with my lighting to see exactly what she's saying here. When you use something like
questions, feel free. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture to the right, well, my left. Then I'm going to get a picture of the front, and I'm down here, so I get a straight angle.
J. Marie wants to know if people want to think that the shoe trees are included in the sale price.
No, I have not had that issue.
You never had that issue. Okay. I guess stranger things have happened, right?
Sure. So, but that is good.
Maybe that's something. If you have a template, you may want to include that. Shoe trees are not included.
I was just going to say.
That's a good tip, J. Marie. Absolutely. Because
you take a sip of water.
Obviously, she knows about the item not as described customers.
So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to get my picture, and I'm on my cell phone, so I can't.
Right.
I want to get this picture, so I want to get the top of the picture. I want to be the top of the shoe, and I want to get a little bit of character of the box in the shoe.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go take a picture to the right.
Okay.
And then sometimes I have to take the shoe horns out. Sometimes I don't because of the balance issue.
Okay.
So for demonstration reasons, I'm just going to take this out so I'm not fighting with it. I'm going to get a picture toes down.
Okay.
Angle.
Snap. That's a nice picture. Okay.
Toes up.
Right.
Leaning. So they're getting a review of this shoe.
Right.
I'm going to flip it. Now I'm getting this side. view of the shoe.
Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. I think it looks like you've done these a few times.
And I forgot to mention before I go any further, you can use Vaseline on this number. It'll take it off if the Awesome doesn't. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
Yes, you mentioned it earlier. Right. If there's like a magic marker or a Sharpie or whatever on there.
Red is very hard to get out. Can't figure out how to get red out yet.
Okay, so be careful if it's marked with red. Okay.
Picture of the sole. And then my last picture will be a picture of the size.
Okay.
Something I did find out, and hopefully I'm giving the right correct information because it's been working for me. When you go to sell sneakers, they want now the Australian size.
Really?
Yes.
Is that listed on the label, Australian size? Or no?
It is a requirement in the box. It's in the required box.
Okay, what I'm saying is the older sneakers, like these could be a few years old. Is it already in there? Or you have to convert
No,
it?
I went on to Google and downloaded
Conversion chart.
A chart. Now I saved it in my notes. Men's shoe in Australian size will be one size less than so this is a size 10 or 9. It would be a size 8.
Okay, so you have to use USA, UK, Australia.
Yep. And
okay, what else? European, right?
Yeah, they just added that as a requirement in the shoe listings.
Okay.
So anyway, size of the tag. And then if you want to talk a little bit, I can switch over to my computer and then show you.
Yeah, once you switch over.
And I'm gonna
I'll remove you here. You want to mute this and I'll remove you? All right, so we're going to switch over to Bill where he's going to talk about some of the various platforms and how he cross posts. And he sells on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. So I'll get into a little bit about that and why he sells on the various platforms. He's going to tell you, like I said, I mentioned earlier, that he always takes square pictures because it's easier to list on the various platforms. I believe he said Poshmark requires, again, I don't sell on Poshmark yet, requires square pictures. So that's why he takes the square pictures. So it's easier to cross post. He does not use any cross posting software, which he'll tell us, but we're going to bring him up now and he'll be ready to discuss that part of it.
Oh, yay. Look at that. It worked.
You are back, sir.
I'm getting good at this.
You are getting good at this.
Does anybody have any questions so far?
Yeah, are there any questions in the chat, guys? Do you have any questions? And again, if you have questions, anybody watching a replay, if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section below the video, and we'll be sure to get back to you in a timely fashion. I take pride in getting back to my people that comment or leave comments. I'd like to get back to them in a timely fashion. Does anybody else have any questions about the? Hey, Maggie. There's Miss Maggie. She must have been busy listening. Good to see you, Maggie. Thanks for joining us. So you're gonna talk about the various platforms and the advantages and disadvantages, or what we're gonna go into now? Okay.
Yes. So we'll go with questions and everything.
Yeah, I just said Maggie just popped in the chat. I want to say hello to Maggie.
Cool.
And I think,
Maggie, how are you? I apologize. Dave was texting me at the same time. It's live television. What do you want?
Right.
So, but another thing. Oh, how can I forget? Real quick, shoes.
Right.
I personally
more casual, but yeah,
these are sellable. They will sell.
Right.
We chose to not deal with men's and women's shoes because it just didn't seem like it was selling for us. And we didn't want to become a warehouse, and we're noticing that the sneakers are getting a faster flip in the dress shoes.
Okay, Beth had a question about, do you sell cleats? She finds it very difficult to sell cleats.
I do not touch cleats. I agree with you. They are very hard, especially with what's going on right now and people can't play their sports. People swear by them, but I don't touch cleats, and you can get good money for them. But unfortunately,
it's funny when you go to the discount stores like Ross and there, you see a lot of cleats and like weird sizes and stuff. And I always wondered about that. I figured, well, if they're still sitting there, they must not be resellable because the resellers aren't picking them up.
And before I go into showing you how to list, I just want to, for those that are watching, a bolo, cowboy boots, never pass them up. Always look them up. There are brands that are, as Star would say, poop. Okay, but there are brands out there that will get you money. These are Ariat. That's another name. So we had, I think Dave paid half of 10. He picked them up Wednesday, and we should easily get no less than 55 for these.
How do you spell that, the brand?
It's ARIAT. Area.
Gotcha. And Dave picked those up for $5. You get
I
$50 for them.
5. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I know it was no more than
Less than 10. Less than 10.
And maybe 10, but it was still $10. And these are up right now.
What about? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
These are up right now to sell for 65.
I have things pop in and out of my brain. I want to make sure I ask you before I forget.
Sure.
Sizes. How about sizes as far as
yes
shoes or
Good question.
I know, like with women, like I know, like my mother, again, because I know this, my mother wore a size 10. That was a large size back in the day. Maybe it's not such a large size now. I wear a huge size. I used to, when I worked a lot of retail towards the end of my career, and I was on my feet all the time. So originally, I was like 12, and I was 13, and I was 14. Now I'm up to 15.
Oh wow!
Quadruple E, 4E.
Wow!
Because my feet flattened out from working in retail, being on cement all that time.
Sure.
So typical again. You like, I guess, like with jeans, you like just concentrate on certain sizes or things that you. I don't want to get like a size 6, 7, 8 or in a men's because that's too small. What's an average men's size now? 11, 12?
A men's size, I would start 8.5 to 11.
Okay.
But there's a funny story. Every once in a while, I got a pair of. I can show you right here. I got a pair of 16s.
Okay, that's a good little thing for me.
Somebody will come along. Somebody will come along and they'll buy them. But funny story is last year we went to the thrift store and we were just starting to get to know the people, and we bought a pair of size 22.
Okay.
The woman said that they were having a blast with them because they were using them as clown feet. It took us about a year to get rid of them. I think we paid, oh gosh, off the top of my head, maybe $15 for them.
Okay.
And I think we wound up selling for like in the $50 range.
Okay.
It was a long time sale, but the women got a really kick out of it when we went back. Like, oh,
there you go. I'm good with you, Bill. Whenever you want to hear, you always make a sale.
Every time we went into the store, she's like, "Just sell them yet? You sell them yet?" So they were really happy to see them go. So anyway, getting back. So the next thing we want to do is you want to go over to eBay and go to your seller hub and go over to research.
Now, Jay Marie says a lot more men are wearing women's shoes.
Huh.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Okay, I never realized that.
So I believe this is for your basic store on up. Am I correct, Adam?
Terapeak, yes.
Yes. So this is free. Dave swears by it. He uses it while we're at the thrift store. I am starting to use it at home, but I use more the 90-day lookup. And Dave, for the jeans, will use the year lookup, and he goes and uses it on his mobile. So you want to come down here to Terapeak, and I'm going to punch in Nike. Now, this is the pair that I just photographed.
Okay, do you want to do a screen share or you want to punch in?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't share it yet, did I?
No.
I apologize.
No problem. That's why I'm here, Bill. And you got to remember.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's what you want to share, and then click share. There you go.
Now everybody can see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So again, your basic on up gets you Terapeak. So you want to click on Terapeak, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to punch in Nike, and then I'm going to punch in what the code is here, and it's 537 571. And I can go color, but right now I just want to do, for demonstration reason, I want to do 365 days out. I want to be a used seller, but I want to find out what it's sold on all 3 platforms or 3 ways of selling. I hit research. It looks like 40 pair have sold in a year.
Now, when you say all 3, you mean like new, used, and
and auction.
And auction. Okay. So buy it now, new and used, and also auctions.
Right. And then if you have new, you can go up here and hit new, refurbish. If you have tools or whatever, you can use it for that. Over here on the far left, it's going to show you what your average price is, what they averagely sold for within the year, the average shipping, 25% off, or use the shipping. 39 sellers and 40 have sold. The lowest, now what you can do is switch this low to high. You just come up to average and just hit one of these arrows. And now it'll show me the highest price sold for $30.
Now you do that including shipping, correct?
Well, this one included shipping. They paid $9.99. When
you do your search, do you do it separate?
I just whatever the computer spits up. And then
when he buys on eBay, he always does like, lowest to highest, you know, including shipping. So when you do your resell, when you're doing your research, I guess you include shipping. So it'll tell you if it's $9.99 plus $10 shipping, or whatever, $19.99 free shipping.
Right. And those that have been on the show know that we do 20%, so we add 20% into the price.
Right.
And then
so you put a cushion. You run a sale, and you also want a cushion for your take best offers.
Right. And we usually do like a $5. We do a $5 range. Okay. For the sneakers on one. So we always charge shipping, which is I think it's what, $9, I think. Anyway, the customer pays for the shipping. So then I come in here. Now that I got the idea of what price I want to come into, I'm going to come back over to, is this where I want to be? Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to list them. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. You put your title in here, obviously. Down here in the customer SKU, we're going to put where we want to locate it. And as you saw, if you can see when I was live, the shoe rack behind me has A, B, C, D, E, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 racks. So, and then we put in the date that we wanted, that we listed it, and where on the platform it's going to be.
Right. The other platforms.
The other 2 platforms.
Right.
And I'm going to pick
where it's listed on the other platforms.
Right. We want to do pre-owned. Now, because I listed this mobile, I'll put in good condition. And then now I'm going to pick my photographs, what I just photographed. So I'm going to come, and obviously I'll just, well, this won't. Anyway, it's not opening for me the proper way. I'm going to pick my photographs. So the way I do it, I do left, center, right, heel, up, down, side to side. Then I do my sole, and then my tag is always my last photo. You can do it any way you want, but that's the way I like to do it.
Right. I like that on a box. I mean, they're really
some character. That's why I do it. Here's
nice.
Here's the 2 categories they just added. They want a style code. Sometimes if I don't know it, I'll just put unknown. And then here's what I was telling you about your Australian size.
Right.
Right there. And this is new too. And I think they also added, yes, style. So that's the 4 new boxes they added in shoes.
Okay. So what kind of categories are in style?
It's just sneaker or dress shoe or
athletic shoe, sneaker, dress shoe.
A sneaker. So,
okay.
Yeah, it automatically does sneakers. So I think it might know when you list.
Okay.
Going too fast.
You have more characters in your title with eBay. You typically list on eBay first before you cross list?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put in here. Now, this is just me doing this. What I'm shipping with, and it's pre-owned, the size, what they are, and then I put in this little, not that matters, but I put in this little saying. And then down here at the bottom, when I transfer onto the other 2 platforms, I know where to look for it. Instead of digging into eBay, I can just see it on the listing. It's in the description box, the date it was listed and where it's at.
Put it in the description, or you put it in the custom SKU? Both.
Well, it goes in the custom SKU for eBay, but Poshmark and Mercari won't carry that over, so we put it in the description box.
Gotcha. Okay. Good tip.
It helps us, so now I don't have to go into eBay and say, oh my God, where's that shoe? And then go back to Mercari. I just know right away by reading the description where it's at. Then I'm going to do my pricing, my 20% price, because I want $35 for these. We do global shipping. We accept returns. We want calculated shipping because they're paying for the shipping. I pick priority.
The shipping, okay.
Global shipping, I punch in, that it's global shipping.
Global shipping network.
And that's excluded. We went in there and privately. Now,
I didn't ask you. I'll interrupt you for 1 second. I never asked you this. I don't think I ever asked you this at all. But it's not. Don't get worried. You don't get involved with pirate ship with the export rate shipping. Or you always use global shipping. You don't try shipping internationally yourself.
Once or twice, some of our listings have gone to where the customer has picked what they want. Then we will go to pirate. David does the shipping, and he just ran upstairs. But I'm like 99% sure that he uses pirate ship when he.
I think like the UK or Australia. I mean, it's pretty safe. I mean, certain countries they say beware.
And another show we can do that. I called eBay to ask how to get into this. You can go into your back office and select where you want and don't want to be.
Yes, I know. I have that. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't done it for quite some time, but I do have it set up.
And then, like I said, I'm almost sure. And then pirate ship prints out a little international sheet of paper. I just sign it, and post office gave us plastic sleeves to put it in. We send it to the post office, and off it goes. We do not accept returns on international.
Okay. Well, yeah. You say you don't accept returns, but
yeah, I know. That's a loaded question. So I'm going to boost this. Now the system wants me to boost it at $5 or 5 points, 5%. Now we don't do that. We do a flat 2.5.
You're talking about promoted listings.
Promoted listings. We promote everything in our store. People agree with it. People don't. If you watched the show a couple of weeks ago, you saw that it benefits us. We spent $67 to make $2,500. Now, how much of that would be in sales without that sale? Who knows? But we know that we spent $67 to make $2,500. And I'll do that all day. That's 30 days. That was a 30-day promotion, or 31 days. Mm-hmm. So then I just obviously it would be live, but I just hit update. Now before I update, I do everything on my mobile. I'll copy and paste what's in the description box, and then I'll carry it over to the other two platforms.
You do your listing on your mobile phone?
I list on my mobile. Dave does listing on the computer.
Oh, okay. I don't like listing on my phone.
So you come into here, and I've never used this. List an item. All right, here we go. So then I'm going to come over to Mercari.
Mercari, okay.
I'm going to load my photographs. Okay. Then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put my title. Now, what I do is I'll copy what's in the description box and hit paste, and it'll paste the whole entire thing. There it is right there. Mercari allows 40 characters.
Okay.
I'll also copy and paste the entire title, but everything in the description box, I'll put in the title box. And what's nice is Mercari will clean everything up at the first 40 characters. Okay. So now I have to retype it twice, if that's understandable. Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just reading.
That's
I got glare lights. I have like 6 lights in this room. It's like I'm trying to read a comment. I got glare because I'm using this different room for the broadcast.
Hashtags I don't use. You can, you can't. That's totally up to you. I care not to use them. It's just an optional. Then you just pick a category, and sometimes the title, sometimes 99.9% the title will give you the category to put it in.
Okay.
Just pick the brand. Conditions good. Now I've been told putting color in from Mercari helps to push it up. So I've been using color to select the color, because Poshmark they say you don't really have to. In Mercari it does. And I just put now. I was told that selling shoes for free shipping on Mercari gets you a better sale. So what I do is when you come into U.S. Postal, we use USPS all the time, unless the customer requests something. And for shoes, it's $11. So I'll add $10 to the price to make up for the fee, or to make up for the shipping. So I'm losing $1 shipping. I'll probably just do the 11.
Okay.
Mercari is, I'm almost 99% sure that they are back They are the same as eBay sale. It's 13% of the fee. So you would punch in your price. It'll tell you the selling fee and what your profit will be. Let me see if it'll do it here, even though I don't have the listing. $25. Yeah, see right here. So it's telling me it's going to cost me $2.50 to a processing fee of $1, and then the selling fee, and I will earn $21.47. Then we deduct the $3 rounded off that our cost of goods are. So I'm walking away with this shoe for what, $18? Is that am I doing my math right?
Showing comments. I was half listening, but I was showing comments on the screen. So.
$3 off of 21. It's $19. So because my cost of goods is going to come off this total, so I'll make $19 on this pair of $25 shoes.
Okay, cool.
And then you have to take the other $11 off, so which I would add into the price to sell for free. I do not use this smart pricing. It for some reason, and I'm not sure. Mercari, when you get some people like when they get 2, 3, 4 likers. I do it on every liker. For some reason on Mercari, when you send a like out, let's say I wanted these are 25 and I do $20.
You send offer to likers.
I will send an offer to a liker for $20. If I do a second go around, for some reason Mercari wants to bring it down almost another 20%.
Discussed that earlier, yeah.
And I don't know why on the second like you send to somebody that they want to, in my case, punish you for that.
Right.
Anyway, then I just list it. Then I'll come over here to Poshmark. I'll do the same thing.
Now, once you have your pictures and your eBay listing up, how long would you say typically it takes you to cross post?
On my phone, I can do it 5 minutes, maybe less.
You cross post to Mercari and Poshmark in less than 5 minutes.
All my phone, yes.
Nice.
We choose, and this is just our take on things. We choose not to use List Perfectly because we only our jeans only go on Poshmark. Our shoes, which I'm doing, go on Poshmark and Mercari. So we feel as though in our case, we feel that we don't need it.
You're showing all three, correct? eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm sure
your jeans on Poshmark.
I'm sorry?
You're listing your jeans on Poshmark.
Yes.
Okay.
And then see, I don't know. I like the look of that picture. To me, here I lost it. Hold up. This box picture.
Sure.
I think it just gives a character. And that's just my opinion.
Yep.
And it does. It makes it pop. So, absolutely. And we use it on Poshmark, on eBay, and we hardly have any issues whatsoever. Let me get out of here. And we hardly have any issues at all using the brown background because eBay's all about the white background for Google and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. So, is there any questions in the chat? Because I'm not in there.
Just kind of posting some of the comments. What is like I said, I got glare here. I got to get used to the glare in the screen. I have to readjust the lighting when I got
any questions on anything.
What can you read that comment from Craig?
Hold on, I gotta go
perfectly.
For some reason, I'm not in YouTube, and I'm so far behind the chat. Hold up.
Right, that's what a friend of mine said, that there's issues when you're using List Perfectly. It doesn't transfer everything over.
Oh, okay.
Off the various item specifics, and it became cumbersome. It became a lot of work.
50 Cent is in the chat. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
How are you?
You're not on the naughty list. You know?
Yeah, now I'm actually getting to see the chat.
Valerie popped in. Hickory Springs popped in. Maggie's in.
Awesome. I apologize, everybody. I was not on YouTube while I was on StreamYard. I apologize. It's a rookie. What do you want?
Good at this, you're getting real good.
I'm trying. So
everybody, I appreciated that. We tried to set Bill up to show you how he preps and how he takes his pictures and everything, and try to give you like a little different view and try to make it a little more interesting for you guys.
Anybody have any questions or any that I possibly can answer? I'm not the smartest branch in the tree, but I got this far in life.
Answer the tree. I think you're mixing your metaphors there.
Yeah, right. But seriously, if anybody has any questions on anything, don't even after the show, don't hesitate to
comments, and I'll be monitoring them. And if there's any questions, like I said, I can handle. If it's questions of Bill, I'll make sure Bill and I keep in touch, and I'll make sure that Bill handles the questions. Just a reminder that we do this show every other week, so we're off next week, and then we'll come back on Bill's Nomen and Frog channel on Monday. December. Don't rush November, Adam. Monday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. on Bill's channel, Nomen and Frog. So we'll be back on his channel in 2 weeks.
And if anybody out there has any topics, don't hesitate to DM me or message me or even Adam and give us some suggestions of what you guys want to see. We try to show you or want to show you how Adam and I do things, still be in the same business, but do them differently, and how we run our back office and stuff like that. And so
we try to share things that, again, Bill specializes, like you said, in jeans and in athletic shoes, and he specializes in that, and like he does the listing, whatnot, and then David does a lot of the back office, and it works well for them.
Give him credit. If it wasn't for him doing the back office, I'd be lost right now. So well, with us having the business, everything has to be recorded. So
you had a question. Can you see that? Like I said, I got all this glare from these lights.
Are running rate different on different platforms? Which shoes have the lowest return rate? I find, first of all, each platform does have its own. Poshmark is, correct me if I'm wrong, 10%, and then if whatever percentage you offer to the customer. But remember that the customer is paying for the shipping. On Mercari, it's the same as eBay. It's 13% off of your total. So let's say, I don't know, I'm not real good with math, but if you sell a pair of shoes for $50, eBay is going to take 13% of that off the top. And then, of course, you got to take out, if you do free shipping, you got to take that off your total and your cost of goods.
Right.
If I sell a pair of shoes for $49, I'm going to take the 13% off. I'm going to make $42.83.
Or your cost of goods.
And now I'm going to do my cost of goods at $2.80. Okay, it's another $2, and Dave's texting me what I do wrong. Okay, he's asked me. Don't think that was the question. Okay, I got. What do you know about anything about returns? Oh, what am I looking at? So, anyway, hopefully that answers that question about percentages.
Maggie was saying that it's useful, and I agree, to watch how other people do things. I mean,
sure.
You've heard me say it, and other people in my chat have heard me say, and any day I learn something new is a good day. You got to be open, guys. Like Bill and I always talk about networking. Network.
Yes.
I mean, I know with the way things are these days, with what's going on in the world, it's difficult. You have like personal conversation stuff, but it can't hurt you. I mean, well, it can hurt you, but try to network. Try to network. Try to learn from other people. When I talk about networking, it's also making friends with other resellers, sharing ideas, sharing feedback. If I had a problem and I could reach out to Bill, I could reach out to a jewelry seller, I could reach out to the various other people. Like I'm bringing a jewelry seller on, and I have to get the listing up, the scheduled. But I'm bringing a jewelry seller on my show on Wednesday night. It's on this channel again, but it'll be in my regular Reselling Rhythms channel. I haven't had a jewelry seller on for quite some time. So, I mean, a lot of people sell jewelry and they do very well with it. So we're going to kind of go back to basics on jewelry. We're going to talk about the different stones, the different types of silver, the different types of brooches, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll talk about, how to source it and how to evaluate it. And I think it's going to be a great show. So we're going to have Creative Lori on, and that'll be this Wednesday that's at 7 p.m. Because Bill likes a little later. I like a little earlier, but so we're doing it at 7 p.m.
Real quick, that question I missed wrong. It wasn't the percentage on the platforms. They wanted to know what percentage I had on returns.
What percentage of returns you have with?
Guys, I misread that. Poshmark there is no return policy unless there's actually something physically wrong with the item. As far as returns, I'd have to really look at the information to see how many shoes I'm selling versus how many returns I get on them. Because, I mean, you could have 0 returns, which we had for like 2.5 months. And in the last 3 weeks, we've had like 6 returns. So that's information that I have to get as far as my eBay platform. Mercari, ever since I sold a pair of shoes, I've never had a return. I don't even know how returns work on Mercari because I never dealt with them. But like I said, as far as the eBay total number of returns, we'd have to do the math. And so hopefully that answers your question. So I guess that's it, Adam. Is there any more questions? I'm not seeing the chat.
Sharon, did we miss any questions? If we did, could you please make us aware of it? Like I said, I gotta get used to this lighting system. I got so much glare on the screen, it's hard for me to see the chat.
And again, like Adam just said, any suggestions, don't hesitate to email us or whatever. We're both on Instagram. Adam will have the information down below. We both have our own page, Facebook page. All that information will be linked below. And
all the social media stuff is all listed below. All Bill's social media stuff, including his eBay store.
Yep. And I appreciate everybody being here.
My private Facebook group, my business page, my Instagram, my Twitter, et cetera, my email. It's all in the description below.
And this was guys rookie. This was the first rookie attempt at doing this, so hopefully it worked out well.
Hopefully everybody in the chat enjoyed it. So
we're
going up, guys. Thank you all for being here. And again, just remember, I'm going to be on this Wednesday at 7 p.m. We're going to be discussing jewelry on my Reselling Rhythm show. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Good night.